Hello, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jasmine Briggs, and I'm a career coach with Creatively Inspired Coaching. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 common mistakes that keep people dissatisfied in their careers. So thank you for joining me for my first Google Hangout. I apologize now if there are any technical difficulties. For all of you who don't know, I am a career coach that is passionate about helping people find passion and satisfaction within their careers. I love to talk to people about how they can empower themselves to take the next step within their careers that bring them joy. So today I'm going to be talking about the 3 common mistakes that keep people dissatisfied in their careers. And these are all made within my own career, and I had to overcome. So for all of you guys, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I am a career coach, but I have always wanted to be an actor. That was my dream as a young girl, and I actually went to the George Washington University, and I studied theater, and I moved back to New York with this goal to pursue my acting career, which I did. And while I was pursuing my career, I also temped and I waited tables. So when I was temping, I realized that I had to sign up with all these different agencies, and I felt like I could do this. So I did. I transitioned into legal recruiting, where I supported 2 legal recruiters. And again, I just felt like I wasn't quite where I wanted to be. I felt like I had more to give. So I then went back to school and I got my master's degree in transpersonal psychology. And so transpersonal psychology is a spiritual psychology that studies humans at their highest potential. And I loved it. And it really let me reevaluate what I wanted to do. And I then decided that I wanted to work in nonprofits. So I knew nothing about nonprofits. So it was really a transition for me. And all of these mistakes that I'm talking about today are things that I had to overcome in order to make that transition. So I transitioned into nonprofits, and I found that the best way for me to transition was to work in workforce development. So I was a recruiter, I was a trainer, helping individuals who were on public assistance find employment. I was helping people who had disabilities or a history of substance abuse. And although I enjoyed what I was doing, I felt again that it wasn't exactly where I wanted to be. And so I transitioned again into being a career counselor within a business college in New York, which is something that I absolutely love. I think it complements what I'm doing in Creatively Inspired. And so that said, that's the journey that I went on. So I want to talk to you all about your own journeys and how to find more satisfaction within your career. So let's start with the first one. The first thing that I think that is really holding people back within enjoying and getting the most out of their careers is that they're not setting goals, especially beyond that first job. You know, we set this goal, I'm going to find a job by March or by December. And then once we find the goal, once we find the job, we kind of let goal setting go, right? So goal setting is so important to success. It helps you create a roadmap. It helps you leads to greater productivity. You really should be setting goals within all areas of your life, whether it's your career, personal, financial. And within your career, it's more than just finding a job. Where do you see yourself? What are the skills that you want to develop? What are the trainings that you feel you need? Really take a look at your job, and are you on the right path? And if you are on the right path, then when do you want to achieve your next promotion and take your next step? Is this the company that you want to work for? And if not, when are you looking to transition into a company that speaks more to the culture that you're looking for? So setting goals is so important. All of your goals should be SMART goals. So if you haven't heard this term before, let's see if I get it right. It's specific, measurable, achievable, results focused, and time bound. Yes, I did it. Okay, so SMART goals are really important. So That said, all of your goals should be specific. They should be about something and know what it is. So like, say your goal is to get an MBA, then that's a specific goal. It's achievable. It also is time bound, right? So you want to say, my goal is to receive my MBA within 5 years. So once you have a goal like that, then you can even break it down into smaller goals. So that is a SMART goal. And I say write your goals down, write it down, make it happen, which is a wonderful, wonderful book. Another way that I like to set goals is by doing a collage. I love collages. I love anything creative. So I find that I can make a collage and of what I would like to achieve in my life. And then from analyzing that collage, I can create goals. Another great way, and I read this in a book, and I can't unfortunately remember what book it was, but to write out a list of 100 things that you would like to accomplish in your lifetime. And next to each thing you write 1 year, 5 year, or 10 year, and then you separate those into groups, right? Because you want then to pick the top 1 year, 5 year, and 10 year goals and really create action plans on how to achieve those goals. So you really want to break them down. So if your goal is, say, again, to receive your MBA in 5 years, okay, so then in 1 year you have to complete all your exams, you have to write your personal statement, all the small, and make sure all those smaller parts dates. Goal setting, I can't say enough about goal setting, but it should be in every part of your life, because our career affects every part of our life. So if we're setting career goals, we want to actually make sure that they are in line with our relationship goals and with our financial goals, and really with our spiritual goals and our goals for wellness and health. So that is the first mistake that I think are holding people back and not letting them reach their full potential, is not setting clear, time-bound career goals. Another another pitfall that I want to talk to you about today is not exploring your passions, right? People who are passionate about their jobs and are passionate about what they do have greater career success and satisfaction. I myself am a big believer in exploring your passions and doing self-discovery work. I think self-discovery work is key to any career search. It should always be the first step actually in your career search. But really, when you know what you're passionate about, it might not necessarily mean that you're going to switch jobs or you're going to switch careers, but you at least can figure out how you incorporate your passion within what you're doing in your day-to-day life. So if you're an accountant at a big firm, but your passion is working with animals, then maybe you're the person that starts that volunteer organization. Maybe you're the person that rallies everyone around this common goal or this common passion. I think in order for you to really figure out what your passions are, you need to be able and willing to explore and try new things. I mean, not everyone knows what they're passionate about, and what you're passionate about will change over time. So you really want to make sure that you're exploring and you're continuing to do the exploratory work, and you're continuing to try new things. Going back to doing self-discovery work, right? I think that is so important. Self-discovery work is the first step for me, and it is actually the first step in my 12-week career coaching program. So for you guys that don't know, I am launching my group program on October 12th, and our first major thing will be self-discovery. It will be going over what our passions are, what our interests, our work values, our skills, our accomplishments. Once you know who you are, you can then successfully create a plan for your future. So I'm in our 12-week program. The first step is self-discovery, but then we move right along to research branding for the career, and creating a strategic job search and career plan. So without that self-discovery, none of those things really can work. So make sure that you are really doing self-discovery work, that you're really exploring your passions. I will come back and talk a little bit more about the group program after I go over the third step. Count to everyone who is on the webinar today, or the Google Hangout, sorry, not webinar. So that said, I want to talk about the third and final mistake. And it's so interesting. I feel like I've been talking for a long time and it's only been 11 minutes. Okay, so the third mistake that I think are keeping people in their careers is not utilizing their network and not building a network. So a little bit more about me. I was known for being very, very shy in high school. So for me to come here and talk about the values of networking, the values of meeting new people and getting yourself out there, it means it works. It means that it's really, really important to career success. And this is a referral-based job market, which means that the people that are getting called in for jobs are generally referred from an internal candidate. You are a lot more likely to be called in if someone refers you than if you just apply online. Not only will it help when applying online when you have a strong network, but also when doing your career research, you really want to be able to tap into people and find out industry trends, industry secrets, what you need to know to make sure that this career or that this next step is right for you. So building a network, maintaining a network, you want to build a network online, and you also want to have a network in person. Maybe last year I hosted a panel and I had different people coming in talking about branding, and one of the panelists, Larry Sharp, said something great about networking that I won't forget. He said that you should go to 2 networking events a month, one professional and one social. And I thought that was really interesting idea. I used to go to a networking event a week, but I can see how having, you know, those 2 close-knit groups can really work out. So what you want to do is try to find a professional organization that you can join that has networking events, and then you also would like to find a social group, so something that empowers women. If you were in a fraternity or sorority when you were in college, see if they have an alumni group. Really work to build your network. Some free resources that I love are Meetup. Meetup has tons of different groups, professional, social. I also really like Eventbrite. I don't knock going to networking events where you're just exchanging business cards, but you really want to find also events where you are building connections with people, where you are learning about what they do and you are seeing how you can support each other on your journey. So a great thing to do is after you meet someone, I always want to follow up. You want to have a really, really strong follow-up system in place when you're networking, when you're building your network. I generally will send an email within 24 hours requesting a chance to meet in person, grab coffee, connect further, and then I'll also look for them on LinkedIn. Generally, everyone I meet, I look for on LinkedIn, and I'm building my LinkedIn universe. But for certain people who I feel like I can support, or people who I feel like would be a great resource or asset, I try to schedule an appointment with them to meet in person and follow up and coffee and tea. Making that live connection is important, and it really builds a solid connection with someone. You really want to have a strong community in place, especially when you're job searching, especially when you're looking to transition into something new, because with transitioning, again, it is referral based. So building your network in person and then online. So make sure that you are using LinkedIn to really build your network, to make strong connections with people, to follow up with people. And then I also have found lately that Facebook has been a great way to build my network. So Facebook has groups that you can join, Twitter. You can really use hashtags and Instagram and all of these social media outlets to build your network online. So do both. You know, when you meet someone in person, work to make a digital connection. If you meet people digitally, work to make an in-person connection if you can, or a phone call or chat. These are all great ways for you to build a network. So those are my 3 tips. Make sure you're building your network, you're utilizing your network. Make sure you're doing self-discovery work. And then also make sure that you're exploring your passions. Sorry, that was self-discovery work and passions are the same one. But you also want to make sure that you're setting strong career goals. So that said, I want to talk to you a little bit more about my 12-week program, Inspired Career Coaching Program, that starts on October 12th. So this is a virtual group coaching program for people who are looking to find a new job, transition into a new career, are looking to explore what they're really passionate about within their careers. The group will receive bi-weekly emails that will walk you through all the stages of setting a career plan and a job search. So the first stage being self-discovery work, really exploring your passions, your interests, your accomplishments, what you're good at. When you combine what you're passionate about and with what you're good at, that is what leads to career success. The second stage would then be to do career-related research, build your network in the field, go out there, get informational interviews, and really talk to people so that you can find out and dig deeper into what career is right for you and what career really speaks to you. The third phase is branding, so you will be creating your personal brand and all of your branding material. Everyone in the standard package will get a personal resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn feedback from me while walking through how to make your resume more dynamic. Then the next phase would be to set a strategic plan for how you're going to move forward in your career or your job search. I think where people get stuck within their job search is that they don't have a plan, and when things get frustrating, they put it down, right? A job search is a continuous thing that has to be worked on. It can't be something that you put down and then when your boss pisses you off, you pick back up again. In order for you to see real results, you need to have a strategy, and it needs to be one that's moving you and constantly putting you in action. And then the last phase would be making a career plan for your future, because your career doesn't end once you get that job. You need to constantly be working and thinking about how you're going to advance, what new skills you're going to learn, how you're going to stay current, and how you're going to move up within your career. So the standard package is the bi-weekly exercises. We also have a private Facebook group where you can receive ongoing support from me and from the group. We'll also have a monthly call and your resume personal feedback. So that generally goes for $150 a month for 3 months for a total of $450. And I am giving it to everyone on the call for $135 a month if you sign up within the next 48 hours. So that's Friday. So if you sign up by Friday, and you can simply send me an email at jasmine@jasminebriggs.com, and you can do the secret code Google Hangout, and I will send you a link for that discount. I also have the executive package, so you're in the same group. You have your private Facebook group. You have the monthly calls, but you also have a private one-on-one call with me once a month, as well as a resume rewrite. So I will rewrite your resume for you and your LinkedIn and cover letter based on the brand that we decide during the call. So during the session. So that said, that usually goes for $215, but for everyone who here today, again, I'm giving a discount of $194 for everyone in that's on this call for 48 hours. So you can email me at jasmine@jasminebriggs.com. So I feel like I have a spot where people can ask questions. So, does anyone have any questions? No questions? All right. Well, that's it, I guess. So, again, if you have any questions, you can always email me at jasmine@jasminebriggs.com. You can also join me on my Facebook group, Women Create, and that is a great way for you to network online and build a community. In Women Create, we share job search tips, we share tips about professional development. We have a monthly leadership Q&A with an expert. Last month, we have the wonderful Crystal Kine talking about how to secure your next promotion. We've also had Ms. Donna Housett talking negotiations. So it's a great group on Facebook, Women Create. And if you're interested in receiving a discount for my 12-week career coaching program, which starts on October 12th, all you have to do is email me at jasmine@jasminebriggs.com. Thank you so much for joining. This was a lot of fun. I hope to do this again soon. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.